make a new name for yourself. Look at what has happened to Michael Perry. You know, one of our big stars here, the king of violence. He titles himself, and you know he's had such a rise in the sport. Now he's up against you know, a little dweeb of a thing in a fight this weekend that we're all rooting for him.
Conor McGregor fired Mike Perry from the bare knuckle championship.
Well, he goes from, look at what Mike Perry's doing to BKFC, put him in positions. He's gonna f up that little dweeb to, you're fired. Like, why doesn't he just get in the ring? He's on Twitter, he's on his yacht, he's on cocaine, but he's not in the ring with.
Conor McGregor, the self-proclaimed king of combat sports, has apparently decided to entertain the idea of a fight with none other than Jake Paul. Yes, the same Jake Paul who made his name throwing hands with YouTubers, basketball players, and anyone who will sign a contract.
Boxing Media Hub here, just a quick one. Just come in. Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul, reportedly on the table for between July to September in India next year. Jake Paul and not Logan. Let me know your thoughts.
But here's the twist. McGregor's agreed to face Jake Paul, but only if one very specific and brutal condition is met. Spoiler alert. It has nothing to do with money, the venue, or the fight itself. McGregor isn't just here for the scraps. He's here to reassert his dominance and make Jake Paul eat his words literally.
What I really want is Conor.
The
I'll put the nail
order,
in his casket.
Ideally, if you could have it your way, is it Nate, Tommy, Conor? Is KSI anywhere in that equation
Well,
anymore?
if KSI fights Tommy, he's gonna get knocked out.
Yep.
I guess it's all kind of in the air. Time will tell.
UFC 257, Conor McGregor just got knocked out. Worst stream of all time, Dana White. Worst stream ever. We want refunds. Conor McGregor got paid $5 million to fight a bum and he got knocked out by the bum. Bro, the memes right now all over Twitter is trending. This is hilarious. You got Nate Robinson. Conor, dude, you got paid $5 million to fight a bum. You should have taken the Jake Paul fight for $50 million, but now I got $10,000 for you. I got $10,000 cash. Cold hard cash. Blue hundreds. All cash. Alright, or I'll give you a third of a Bitcoin.
No, I fancy him for it, to be honest. I fancy a man's a bit windy. The other cat's a bit windy.
Yeah.
You know, so, but he's a donkey. The guy's a donkey, yeah, the other cat.
Yeah.
But what's a donkey has a kick as well. So you just got to be worried of that. So, but I just think, mate, take weather and that'll come and be careful and be in his face and I was thinking something, mate, you know.
McGregor has built his entire career on controlling the narrative. He doesn't just fight to win, he fights to win the story. And this time, before he even steps into the ring, he's making it clear that the outcome of the fight doesn't matter as much as what Jake Paul is going to have to say afterward. McGregor is demanding that Jake sign a contract, agreeing to one thing: if McGregor wins, Paul will publicly admit that McGregor is the better fighter and the better man. Yes, you heard that right. Paul will have to stand in front of the cameras and say it out loud in front of the world.
And Conor McGregor can say what he wants, but he won't fight me either. So once I knock out Mike Perry, Conor McGregor, let's run it. But you won't do it because you know what's going to happen. You saw what I did to Nate Diaz, who you went toe-to-toe with. So Conor McGregor, lay off the cocaine, get in the gym, and start winning fights, and then maybe we could have a conversation.
The Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul fight will go 13 seconds. This should be good.
Ready?
Wait, Oh, we can only dream. We can only dream.
You choose Conor McGregor, but bro, good morning. Hope you're up. April 17th, guys, I'm fighting. You know, it was supposed to be Conor McGregor, but we'll see what happens.
Why would McGregor make such a bizarre demand? Simple. McGregor's ego is as big as his paycheck, and he's not about to let a YouTuber who's made his name by calling out MMA fighters and boxers steal his thunder from McGregor. This fight is about much more than boxing. It's about respect. It's about proving once again that he's the undisputed king of combat sports, no matter what anyone else says. McGregor isn't just taking on Jake Paul in the ring. He's taking on the entire narrative of what it means to be a fighter.
Earn the boats mentality. In other words, there's no going back. I'm here to knock a motherfucker out.
What the f is up, you Irish? Good morning, Conor McGregor. I know you're probably beating up old dudes in a bar right now, or maybe you're jacking off because you're sick of your wife. I mean, she's a 4, Conor. You could do a lot better, but happy Monday. My team sent you a $50 million offer this morning. $50 million cash, proof of funds, the biggest fight offer you've ever been offered, but you're scared to fight me, Conor. You're ducking me because you don't want to lose to a fucking YouTuber. You're 0-1 as a boxer. I'm 2-0 as a boxer. I just came off the 8th biggest pay-per-view event in history, but you want to fight Dustin Prober, who has less followers on Instagram than my fucking dog. That's a fact. And Dana White, you're a fucking pussy too, you ugly, bald bitch. You said there's 0% chance of this fight happening, but there's 0% chance of you getting some. Conor, you're scared. Dana, you're scared. Sign the fucking contract, you idiots. Jesus fucking Christ.
It isn't Jake Paul training with professional boxers, essentially being a professional boxer, but getting in the ring with non-boxers or geriatric dudes. He's not doing, Logan Paul's not doing that.
Yeah.
He's getting into the ring. He's an entertainer. He's in the world wrestling entertainment. He's very athletic. When we saw him in the ring against Floyd Money Mayweather, he didn't make an awful showing for himself, all right? And Conor McGregor is not a boxer. He's a striker and a UFC MMA fighter. So when you look at it from that standpoint, something like this is reasonable from an entertainment perspective. If Conor got in the ring with a boxer or a UFC fighter, I would say I don't like it at all because he's gonna get his ass kicked ready. But getting in the ring with an entertainer like Logan Paul makes total sense because Logan Paul is neither, but he's athletic and he's boxed before. So
McGregor knows the reality. Jake Paul's rise in boxing is filled with questionable opponents and a ton of internet drama. Sure, Paul's got the knockout highlights, but does anyone really think he's on McGregor's level? McGregor's legacy in combat sports includes real legends, Jose Aldo, Eddie Alvarez. Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's yet to step into a ring with a legit boxer, let alone a seasoned UFC champion. So McGregor isn't just out to win this fight. He's out to make Jake Paul eat crow, and the best way to do that, force him to publicly acknowledge McGregor's superiority.
Expect there may be 1 and possibly 2 Paul brothers ringside also, cage side.
I couldn't care about them 2 dingbats.
So you don't see any future where you box either of those 2?
I don't see so, but never say never. I mean, if they're gonna keep competing and whatnot, who knows? But dingbats.
Be remiss if I didn't talk about this chaotic story that's going on between the Paul brothers and Conor McGregor. This thing continues to kind of leak out. Little by little, bits and pieces are coming out about this potential fight funded by the Ambani family in India. We'd heard Ariel Helwani and others speak about Logan Paul and Conor McGregor potentially being a fight in 2025. Jake having his statement about Conor's manager coming to MVP and trying to set up a fight, but them not doing it because it isn't associated with the UFC.
Let's break down the consequences of McGregor's stipulation. If Jake Paul agrees to the contract and loses, he's not just outclassed in the ring, he's humiliated in front of the entire world. McGregor is going to make him publicly declare Conor McGregor is the better boxer and the better man. Can you imagine a YouTube star forced to admit that a seasoned combat athlete is leagues ahead of him? That's a level of humiliation that'll stick with Jake Paul for life. It doesn't matter what happens in the actual fight. If McGregor wins, Jake Paul will have no choice but to admit defeat in the most public way possible, while also addressing the rumors of fixing his bouts, like his bout with Mike Tyson.
But guess where he's not? In the ring fighting me, so he can talk all the he wants, but the notorious MMA is scared of Jake Joseph Paul from Disney Channel, and I put that on my mama.
It's a real deal. He's a pussy, bro. This is the biggest fight offer he's ever been offered, so.
No, you have got radio silence from him?
Radio silence. I mean, we're talking to his team. He looked at my DM on Instagram, but, we're talking to his team, and they're like, just when we sent them the proof of funds, they like put their tail between their ass, and they were like, oh, this little crazy kid ain't playing. But I sent it, bro. He's gonna turn down 5% of $1 billion for what?
He talks big, he backs it up. What do you think is holding him back? Because that is a lot of money.
Scared, bro. Scared to lose. And I think Dana White's being like, well, what happens if Jake Paul lands that lucky punch
knocks Conor McGregor out, and now the whole like UFC looks like a clown.
Why'd you agree to take this fight with Jake Paul?
I believe this is going to be great for boxing. I believe I'm going to win.
Jake, why'd you agree to take the fight with Mike?
Man, he's a legend, you know. This is the guy. This is one of the two most famous boxers to ever live, him and Muhammad Ali. This is a dream come true for me. I am inspired by Mike, his story, you know, what he's persevered through. And to be able to fight him and to share the ring with such a legend is a special moment for me, and it's historic. And the fact that we did it with Netflix, it's the biggest fight of the century, and that's what I love to do. Make history, have fun, and go.
But here's the catch. If Paul refuses McGregor's terms, McGregor's still winning at that point. Paul looks weak. McGregor knows how to manipulate the media, and refusing McGregor's terms would make Paul look like he's scared of saying those words either way. McGregor controls the narrative even before the fight has begun. This is classic McGregor, always 3 steps ahead.
One of the Paul brothers fighting Conor McGregor. Again, I don't know if reality is going to let that happen, but we need to take a look at this. Is Jake Paul going to be the one that gets the Conor McGregor fight after the years and years of build that he put into it instead of...
I got to ask you something, bro. A lot of people think you're BSing when you pulled out that check. Like, where's this money coming from? Is it real? Is this a real deal?
Realist.
Where's it coming from, man? Like, that's a lot of money.
I'm backed by billionaires, real estate, commercial real estate billionaires, and we got proof of funds. Look, I'll show you this.
That's what I'm saying.
That's cool.
Like, who's behind this? Cause that's a big person.
I'm gonna show you the proof of funds right here. Billionaires, New York, Signature Bank. Look at this right here. You can see this on camera?
Let me see.
Look at this email. Signature Bank.
Hold on, let me get this.
Signature Bank.
I'm reading. Yeah.
I'm writing you a request the principal above. Please be advised he has a long-term client. His banking relationship, Signature Bank, has liquid balances in excess of $50 million.
Now let's talk about the fight itself. If it happens, it's likely going to be a huge event, no matter who's actually in the ring. McGregor's an electric personality who draws attention, whether he's fighting or trash-talking. Jake Paul, for all his internet fame, isn't even close to McGregor's level as a fighter. Sure, Paul's got the size and a decent punch, but McGregor has the experience and the movement to pick him apart. Jake's knockout highlights are all against opponents with no real fight experience. McGregor, on the other hand, has fought the best in the world, been in brutal battles and won championships across multiple weight classes. If this fight happens, Jake Paul might get his world rocked, and McGregor is going to make sure the world